Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my Drakken tutorial slash playthrough. Things are going to happen and one thing in particular deserves my attention, and those are the 8 people who are trying to have a party in Underboss. Well, according to one of the people in the comments, who was quite ingenious in all honesty, there is one simple solution. It's called road maintenance. So let's go ahead and grab one Drakken. I encountered a new manufacturer apparently by grabbing a new Drakken. Huh? Okay then, that makes sense I guess in some way. But let's go back to road maintenance. I'll just sit here and do nothing whatsoever. It's really that simple. Now this army has no way of getting into my town just yet. They will be able to attack of course this Drakken, but I'll retreat and I'll stay here for a while. And you know what the best part is? I don't even feel guilty doing this, because AI has done the same thing to me several times in the past. Too many times in fact. So it's all sweet justice right here and right now. Now as for the rest of my units, I'll put them back into Underboss for a sec. And then starting next turn I'll prepare to move out. In fact, I should probably think about moving out right now. But I already used my movement points to get into the city, so it's a bit late. Oh well. Still, on the next stand it will be tier 60, so I'll have my extra amount of life, and I'll need to think about attacking the other mages. Speaking of which, I do not quite have the desirable army to do it. Like, I have some people coming in, as you can see right now. There are a few ancients and whatnot, a lot of Drakkenlings in general, but that's not quite yet what it takes to really get this army going. I'll need some more. I'll need ranged support. Also, Dragon Roar is helping, but I have discovered something very interesting once browsing the marketplace, and that is the fact that Wild Walkers have sold their Carry Rangers. Now, they're not that amazing, but honestly they're quite good. 88 attack and 62 damage for a low cost of 300 dust with a bit of spare. For range, they do have their tier 2 grass steel longbows. This is a really good deal right there. So what I will do is go ahead. That's Capo, alright. So go ahead and buy 2 of those guys. So there's the first one. Put him in Capo, like so. And I'll buy the second one. I cannot speak apparently. Once I sell some of my resources. Now unfortunately titanium sells for very little. But I'm also going to sell my adamantium. Yes, I know. Adamantium is the thing I really need. Yeah, it is. Like titanium I might use for my Drakkenlings as well. Actually I might. Let's use adamantium anyway, because as you can see the price for adamantium is okay, price for titanium is as low as it gets. So I want to gain a good deal, or at least a decent deal, so I'll sell my adamantium, get my Carry Rangers and buy and put one under one in Capo like so. This leaves me with basically no dust. In theory, if I were to sell additional 30 titanium, would that get me anywhere? Not really, those units are expensive after all. Shame, I was also thinking about buying this Rumbler. He is level 6, he can take a lot of damage, but he's basically a glorified Drakkenling in all honesty. Better, a bit, yes, but still. There are more pressing concerns, and I don't even have the money now. And it was of utmost importance that I do have some ranged units. So, these ranged units will be in this army with the... hold on a second. Like so, with this army with the Ancient, and they'll be in the back. I do not have any orcs ready at this point in time, unfortunately, so those are literally my only ranged units at the time. I'm making some more, but I intended to push back the assault a little bit, but I cannot do it too much. That is a problem. Yeah, I'll think about it, I guess. Either way, that is going to be the ranged army, and for the time being, I guess I might as well put in the Drakkenlings and the... I wasn't supposed to put the second Ancient in, that's a stupid mistake. Okay then, let's select all, move one tile to over here, I'll move this Ancient back. No, I said just one Ancient, thank you game. And those guys forward. Now as for you, in theory I could just put this Ancient into a city right now, because this army is not yet ready to move out. Anyway, now as for you, it says you are out of movement points as well, yeah. Okay, so on the first turn of 60 turns, I will not be able to attack the other mages anyway. My armies are still making their way towards the enemy, so I guess that will simply not happen. Alrighty then, good to know. Now, Voters, as soon as I loaded the game, for no reason decided to declare Cold War. Fine, be that way, bastards. See if I care. You move in a little bit closer. Let's have a peek at what the enemy has as well. Perus does have 7 defenders. Now 2 or 3 of them are militia. Hopefully 3 of them are militia, which means that the enemy only has 4 legitimate units that can actually stand tall against me. We'll see what happens though. Empty research queue, and oh yeah, the enemy does have forces nearby. That is kind of scary. Oh, hi there! I guess I think maybe I'll just retreat, thank you very much. Yeah, no, Wild Walkers, you ain't getting into the city anytime soon, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, I will not pretend like I am. Anyway, it's time to do the big thing and go ahead, lower military upkeep, increase the attack, increase the life, and reduce the cost of production of military units. It's time for the full-on war, and I'm going to enjoy this. Let's do it, baby. Plan is in motion. From the beginning, for the next turn, its effects will take effect, which was a very dumb way to say this, but that is literally what is going to happen. The effects will go into effect. Now, as for you, you do have an orc ready, so that is nice. Let's move him in a little bit closer. What do we have here? Persk is the capital city, but it's not the biggest one. But this one is defended really well. What does the enemy have? Hammonites, they have low initiative, so I could try to snap them off or store them at the very least. A lot of Anqua Wings as well. That damage and that attack, those guys will be a pain to deal with because they can actually dispatch my Drakken very efficiently. Well, nobody said it's going to be an easy fight, it's just a fight that we have to fight. So yeah, let's get on with it. Underboss, deploy your army... Not like that. Deploy your army of Drakken. Mad with the big scary dragon. But on this tile next to the city because it will be more efficient this way, I believe. Yeah, it should be. Like, seriously, can you just go on into this tower? No? I guess not. So, in this case, you go ahead and march over there. And, no, I want to click the army, thank you dear game. And you go ahead and match with the big nasty dragon. So there's another army ready, it's very nice. It has a supporting dragon and a lot of Drakken to boot. This army, well, it's my ranged army per se. It's kind of pathetic for a ranged army, but it will do. How about those units? They are not quite yet ready. With this orc they will. Although this orc I'll probably want to put in with the ranged army. So Uder says... I could mix things up a little bit, but no, I certainly want to have my armies kinda ordered up in a logical way. So you move forward. Remember, the enemy cannot attack me on my own towns without declaring war, so I'm still safe for the time being. I'm going to move those two Drakken. Actually, do they have an ancient? Yes, they do. So those two Drakken will go ahead and join this army. This will be my main attack force. There will be the meat shield per se. And as for those guys, they'll be in the back dealing some ranged damage. Nice and easy. There are the reinforcements. I should have another orc somewhere. Nah, I didn't finish making one yet. That is the problem. Oh well, everything else seems to be doing just fine, so I'll go ahead and prepare the research. Now, the next thing I want, I've been thinking about it and seeing how insanely important the influence is for me. As much as I wanted to save this research for as long as possible, I cannot avoid it anymore. It's too important. I have to go for National Museum. I will need to buy Palladium, which is really bad, but I need to have it in both the Godfather and what's it called? Consigliere, yeah. Those are really big cities now and they will give me a lot of bonuses with influence this way. They do have Cultist Heroes as well, which benefit my influence even more so. Yeah, I do need to get this improvement. It's what is going to keep my army alive and going. Alrighty then, you hold your ground, I guess. You're good where you are at the time being. Anything else I can and or need to do? Well, let's see. I don't need to be gaining influence like crazy like I was before, so let's change my production a little bit, lower the focus on influence, increase the production of military units though. I do want this orc ASAP. Can I even do it? Like, can I get him 110? I can, but at what cost? Well, the cost is fine because I can gain access to Bar Streets anyway, so let's get the orc ASAP and then finish off the Bar Streets. It's important. It gives making this one Bar Street will give me so much happiness. Well, not a huge amount, but it will give me quite a bit of extra happiness as it will level both of the districts at the same time. And also a lot of influence and science gain as well. And dust, yeah, it's important in my opinion. You finish off your Bar Streets. I do need you to... I don't really want to push back the Eulogic Nursery. At the same time, I kinda have to... Oh, I'm not sure. Although, I just realized, yeah, let's do that first. And suddenly things look far, far better. Let's see how many people I can put into food production. Not that many. Alrighty then. I'll put one person in food production for the time being. As for other cities, there are plenty of other cities that are also focused on influence because I forced them to. So you do it like this and then work on more orcs, I think. That's not a bad idea. And same goes to you there, Seth. Focus on industry production as much as humanly possible. Can you get an orc instantly? No, you cannot. So let's make sure that you can get him in 2 turns, but also keep growing. Like this, I guess. This is a really slow growth. But this is a relatively big city, so I guess that is to be expected. So there's that done. I'm just making sure that all my cities are now working on something more useful. Let's do it this way. Increase my food gain. And I think I have no other cities that... Oh, never mind. You are still working on influence. I'll put you to food for the time being. You're working on industry because you really need to. And once you're done with that, in fact, I'm going to institute the right of way and repair both ruinous villages, like so. And also get one of you to food production. Oh, that's a lot. If I get 2, I'll gain... No, I'll not gain food growth instantly. But I can get closer to food growth, so I'll move it like so, like this, this, and this. Yeah, I think everything is ready. I shouldn't have anybody left in influence production. Actually, I do in expensive. I forgot about the city, I'm sorry. So you definitely need to have a bit more extra industry production. Maybe like even 2 points. Yeah, like this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. And I'm almost ready to end the 10. I do have 2 more armies that require attention. They don't have a lot of things to do though, so I'll just let them be for the time being and see what is going to happen on this next 10. So let's have a quick look-see. Some production has finished. They are still attacking me, those one worker bastards. That's fine. I can force the truce between me and them now, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I can do it quite cheaply, in fact. But I want to wait still for as long as possible. I'm okay losing this Drakkenling. And then again, it's a Drakkenling. I don't want to lose a Drakkenling if I really don't have to. I think I'll just force the truce now. Yeah, I might do it. So anyway, this hero has leveled up, which is really nice. Let's give myself some more science. I care about influence a bit more, but at the time being, I need to get science to get the influence, so I will not be the one to complain. Let us force a truce with the... Is he nervous? He is nervous. Why? War fatigue. Oh. Does he want truce? No, he doesn't. Okay, it was worth a try. Let's force the truce. I'll no longer make him nervous. People are unafraid of me. I wonder if the stats reflect my growth in military prowess as a result of this empire plan. Well, they kinda do. At the same time, I do think that by gaining plus 30% attack and 50% life, my graph should be way higher. Now, of course, Wild Walkers, not Wild Walkers, other mages still a formidable opponent, but am I ready to party? I think maybe wait 1 more turn to get more of my armies where they need to be is not the worst idea I ever had. So you move in over here. Prepare to assault the enemy as quickly as humanly possible is what I need to do. Where's my ex-main army? There we go, there it is. Move to over here-ish, I guess. It is kinda in danger territory of being attacked by the army in Molinar, but I cannot really avoid this on the timing, unfortunately. Now let's put my hero with this army, because this will be, either this or this will be the attacking army, and my hero does have the ability that allows me to have more reinforcements. This is a better army, it has high level Drakkenlings, so let's assign my hero to over here. This will also start leveling them up even faster as a result of me having this hero over here, as you can see. So this is all nice and dandy, and just to remind you of what skill I'm talking about, it's this one. 2 extra reinforcement positions, very important, very nice. So there's that done. Armies are being prepared for the final assault, the final fight, and the final combat, and lots of finals in there. Any more units I can buy out? Well, there's one more Decay Ranger. You know what? I really want to have this Decay Ranger, so let's go ahead and grab it. That's still not quite enough resources. I mean, that's to buy them out. I still need a little bit more. I guess I'll use glass steel. I'm not in a desperate need for it anymore. So let's do that. Then buy him out, and I said buy him out and put him in capo again. It's just so very important to gain my extra ranged units, especially if the enemy is using as many Anchor Wings as they are, and they really are using a ton. So there's that done. Drakkenling is about to be ready, but he'll not be all that important. He'll not be in the first wave of assault, I don't think. So there's that done. Everything is nice and dandy. Yeah, let's just have a quick look at how much life my Drakkenlings have now. Oh yeah, the enemy may have the echo wings, which are really powerful with the ability to deal like 100 something damage per turn, maybe more if they get a critical, but even if they do get a critical, it's gonna take a lot of echo wings to kill a Drakken. And that will not change, and that's what's so lovely and peachy about this whole situation. Let's end the turn, and next turn, it's showtime. I need to take Perusk. And after taking Perusk, I might immediately force truce. Purely because I am not in a spot where I can really continue fighting against other mages. Not yet, anyway. I will need an even better army for this. So anyway, exotic armor is now available to me. That is really nice. Starting soon, I'll start probably using it. Actually, maybe I'll use it right now. I'll think about it. Anyway, seeking resources and whatnot. Yeah, yada yada yada. Text. Now I can get the spheroid. Now it does give me access to Inspiring Leader 3, which is pretty great, all things considered. New objective, assimilate 2 minor factions and make sure you have at least 5 villages pacified and build within your empire. I'll instantly complete this quest on the next turn. There's that done. And hold on a second, I'm being called and I need to answer it. Be right back. Alright, my apologies for this little break. Anyway, back to the quest. As always, you can of course read this out for yourself whenever you want, but we need to focus on the gameplay. So if I wait for 1 extra turn with my war, I'll gain instant access to Spheroid of Drakken lore. Now this item is absolutely amazing because it gives you an Inspiring Leader 3, which by the way is extra 100% experience gain. 100%. It doubles your experience gain. It is ridiculously good, but it doesn't give me an instant bonus in the incoming war, so there's really no point in me waiting extra 10 before declaring this war. Now, it looks like my hero has indeed leveled up actually exactly now, which is fitting, I guess, so let's go ahead and give him extra 15% attack on units, gonna be very useful in the incoming battle. Is my army ready is the question. Let's have a quick look. Where is my... Oh yeah, I already put the Drakken Ranger in this army. I was a bit surprised for a second, but everything is good. So, I do think it's the final hour, honestly. My armies are as ready as they will ever be. There's another orc over there, which will be importantly useful, but I'm not sure if I can use him immediately. So, let's talk to the other mages. Hi there! You're unafraid, huh? Well, let's have a war then. Declaration of war, 52 influence, easy peasy. Bam! We're now at war, so the enemy AI will freak out a little bit, that is to be expected, and they should rightfully freak out because they have a very good reason to, as I will start my sieging operation ASAP. Now I need to be slightly careful, I don't want to be too close to their army because it can make its way to Perusk and reinforce it, which will be kinda bad. Anyway, defeat the adventure... like, really? Really? Anyway, that's 3 Blood Crystal for me. Too bad I cannot use it, it's way too little, but it's nice to know that it's there. I'm going to go ahead and move my range units over here to increase the power of the siege. And I'm also going to reinforce them with this extra... hold on a second, with this extra orc that... I cannot just quite make it in there, but almost, that's the important bit. And I should have 1 more Drakken. I think I'll use him mostly as a deterrent of sorts. I'll put him in here and make sure that if the enemy tries to reinforce Perusk with other armies, he'll slow them down, I guess. I don't really have space for him in my main armies anyway, so I might as well. What I was also supposed to do, but completely forgot, and I declared war like a dummy. But what I really wanted to do is go in here and retrofit my Drakkenlings with some better equipment, like Tier 3 titanium and whatnot. Because as you can see, well, 20% defense is a fairly ridiculous bonus that I would love to get. Alternatively, I could get 20% life, which is even better actually. That helmet is so good, you cannot even believe it. I mean, I can and I just believe it, and you probably can't believe it as well because you're looking at it, but still, point is, I should have done it, I didn't. My mistake. It's gonna cost me quite a bit, possibly. Possibly being my favorite word that I invented. Anyway, there is that done, so we are at war officially now and we'll see where it leads us. I also have another army that I can actually move a bit forward, so let's go ahead and do just that. The enemy should not be able to make it into any of my cities in a single turn, so I'm safe for at least 1 turn, which is nice and important and good and dandy. Let's keep on making those orcs, they are really important, and actually they cost quite a bit of adamantium as well, but that is fine by me. Oh Godfather, it does have an orc ready, that's also very nice and positive. This army can stay here for all I care, because it cannot do anything to me, so it can just wander around freely. and I will not really care too much about it. You join up with the Orc, I guess. Why not? Let's save some dust on unit maintenance. I could also put this Drakenling in city, it doesn't really matter too much. Over here, you know what? I will retrofit the Drakenlings now. It's a bit late, I know, but I'm going to go ahead and just... I'll give him the glass steel helmet, like so, increasing his health tremendously. And none of the chest plates are really my fancy, honestly, because none of them give me a percentage bonus. I could exchange one of the things he's got, but he does need the improved movement quite a bit for combat, so I'm not too keen on changing those things around. I mean, improved initiative, no. High ground, no. Improved damage, glory or death. Glory or death is probably the most compelling out of all of these, because those Drakenlings will probably fight in complete surround at most times. But right now I think it's... Actually, sharp sense is not that important, I just realized. Why? Because the enemy is not using range units at all. It might change though. But this is fairly expensive trinket. Like, how much does it cost? Oh wow, yeah, quite a bit. So I can get rid of that and instead maybe go for Glory or Death. How much is that in terms of industry? 30 industries. That's quite a lot, but it does give you a significant bonus with this morale thingy. I think I'll go for it, honestly. I'll change it like this. Now those Drakenlings are ridiculously expensive, but also kind of useful. So let's go ahead and make order up one so far. It will still take me 2 turns to finish him. In Underboss and end my turn. Exciting stuff. The war is raging. Oh, Cat still needs orders. That's fine. You can get another Ball Street, I guess. I think there is nothing wrong with that. Alternatively, I can actually just go ahead and make chromatic meters. This location does have 2 anomalies. I don't think I have any city that has more than 2 anomalies. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and start working on chromatic monitors ASAP, because that's kind of useful. Make sure that I work kind of heavily in that regard. In 9 turns it will be done, and it will give me more predictability in terms of winters and a lot of science, which is also not something to be ignored. Nice. Let's end the turn. Let me drink a bit more water and see what the other mages do. I could have also potentially instantly attacked... Whoa, that's a lot of things that just happened. I could have also potentially instantly attacked Perusk. That is a thing. Because, well, I potentially had the army to actually kill them instantly, despite the fortification bonus. But that was a risk, and now I think I have to take it, actually. The enemy has 55 fortification, still a lot, but I would find without this army reinforcing the enemy, which is kind of important. As you can see, I have fulfilled my quest. That's a new quest that I just gained, which you, again, can read if you want to. I need to gain fervent approval in at least 2 cities for 5 turns. Doable, kind of difficult, but it does give me access to more blood crystal again, which is great. Spheroid is now mine, which is absolutely amazing. So let us do it this way. First of all, you are gonna... I can't give you the spheroid, you're not in my zone, that's a thing. But I am going to attack right away, so let's move my army around a little bit. Like this. You need to be in a good spot, so I think I'll move you like so. I'm just trying to be as far away from those guys as possible to make sure that they do not come into play. And you go ahead and enter the battle from over here, I guess. Now, I think I'm sufficiently far away from this army, but let's just make sure that I also have those armies for possible reinforcements. Now, this is ridiculous how many units I'm sending at the enemy, so I should be able to take the city, maybe. Now, the enemy does have 55 fortification, which equals to at least 2, maybe 3 hits for every unit they have. It will be difficult. Possible, doable, but difficult. Let's do it, though. So, as you can see, the enemy does not get reinforcements from the army down below. Let's make sure that the ranged units go in the earliest convenience. I do need to get the ranged units ASAP, so that it isn't a big cluster once we actually start a fight. This is a really lovely army. Now, I kind of want to auto-battle this, but I know you all bastards want me to see this manual. Thing is, I don't trust myself with manual battles. I do believe that auto-battle does better things than I do in manual. I really do. I would love to go for both, but this, however, seems a little bit like safe scamming. Just for you, I'll go for manual battle. Normally I would go for auto battle, especially since the auto battle says I would win. So let's go ahead and fight it out. I'm good with strategy, not with tactics. That's what I've been telling you times and times again, because it's just true. So, Ancient is on the high ground. That's lovely. I do want him to stay there because he provides me a bonus to all the units around him. I want my hero to be kind of forward, actually. Take some damage. Yeah, roar you. Magnificent, beautiful beastie. So, my hero will be maybe not quite so forward, but somewhere close to the front line at the very least. I think. Now, those guys can fly. That is a bit of a pickle. But I can't really stop that in any way, shape or form. My Drakken dude will get to attack first, but he cannot interrupt their attack. That's about it, honestly. I don't think I need to do anything else with the setup. I would love to have my hero on a higher ground, but this guy needs to be here because he is benefiting all my units so much with his circle of high morale. In fact, I'm going to put my hero closer to him just to, again, gain extra morale. Like this. And a 10, and look at that morale, this is ridiculously good. So, my Cassandra will also get to move first, which is unexpected, but very nice nonetheless. So, let's make sure that he goes into the forest tile, so he's more defended there, and attacks the enemy in a chain. Chain lightning will not work because the enemy does have fortification, of course, but it will be there, so that's nice. Let's apply the unsteady on this guy. You also hold your ground. I don't want you to ever move from over here, but do apply the unsteady, it's kind of important. Now, as for you, says, the Anchor Wings will get the first shot, but it is incredibly important that I don't let the Harmonite do anything ever. So let's make sure that I move forward a little bit. Is there a cliff over here? Yes, there is. Ouch. That is a problem, but there's a cliff over there as well. Huh. Didn't notice those cliffs before. Those will be annoying, but I will be able to deal with them, I hope. Now you will need to move probably a slightly or two over this location to make room for my other units. Cassandra will land over here, which means that you will need to go maybe all the way over here. I don't think it's a very bad idea. This way I stop the enemy from getting reinforcements, although they already have max amount of reinforcements, so it doesn't matter all that much. And you help the Cassandra, I guess, if you can. Now as for the other units, there is a Drakken in here. Drakken? But I thought that I told the Hunas to go in first. Apparently something changed. Strange. I swear I did make the Hunas go in at the second wave. Looks like no, it was my other army that goes in first. Bit annoying, as I can see this will be a very big cluster any time now, because it's kind of difficult to manage all those units that just spawned. Especially this guy doesn't have much to do, but let's just move him over here and start the first battle turn. So this was very unimpressive firewall, but it did get rid of the enemy fortifications, so chain landing was in effect, which is kind of nice. Now the enemy Echo Wing will fight, but it's firing at my Drakkenlings. They can take it easily. I mean, look at the amount of damage I have taken. None. It's really kind of hilarious, all things considered. So let's kill the Echo Wings if possible. Now those guys will get turned into eggs at their earliest convenience, which is a problem, of course, but... Oh, actually those guys got to act, because my Drakkenlings were stopped. That's okay though. The thing is, I need to kill the eggs as soon as those guys turn into eggs. It will be a bit difficult, but not undoable with the army that I currently command. I'm sacrificing a lot of the morale I have, unfortunately, because I have to move my army forward a bit, but I still have my hero over here. So, yes, my ranged units are starting to come into play, which is very nice and important. So, you continue your assault on this Enko Wing. He will die because I demand it. As for you, dear says, well... Kazanji, stay where you are, or better yet, I could move him to over here, but this guy still has fortifications, so it wouldn't work too well. So try to kill this guy if possible. Where is my other ancient? He's over there. He doesn't have a lot of movement. So what I can do is move this ancient forward a little bit, maybe to over here this tile. Or this tile actually might be better, and keep attacking. You, for the time being, move to this tile or this tile. I think this tile because it will give me an immediate morale boost as well. I will give you the order to hold your ground when you cannot, however. So there's that. As for the Dakari Rangers, oh, they also... Now, the Dakari Rangers have priority, so you just move to here. See if you can attack, if not, then that's fine. You move to here and kill the bastard. Oh, actually, you move to here and attack this bastard right over there, because I'll need to focus on him fairly quickly anyway. You move to here and help them out. You march to this location. So there's that done, there's that done. I do believe that all the orders for the reinforcements are set. Now, as for the other units that I currently command, those cliffs are a bit of a problem, I have to admit. So you go like here, you go like here, you go like here. Should be okay. It's actually not really all that okay, because this guy is last, unfortunately. Yeah, this guy will do something really weird and funky. Actually, no, I can do it like this, and this like this, and should be everything good over there. I know that I'm not providing you the best commentary right now, but I'm really focusing hard. It's kind of important. You don't try to move to this town. Instead, go ahead and walk like this if you can. You... What are you even trying to do? Just kill this guy, I guess. So there's that done. You have your order to march over to this town, apparently. Why? March over here instead. I think it's a better idea. And it seems like everything is queued up. No, this guy does not have any orders. Nobody is walking to this town though, so let's try and see if I can intercept the Anko angle like so. I think it's ready now. Those guys are marching out. Yeah, it should be all good. So, the Carry Ranger's gonna go first. They should deal a lot of damage because they do have the morale bonus. 86 is good enough for me. Let's continuously fire on the Anko Wings. I want both of them gone ASAP. So this guy took 0 damage, which is unfortunate, but keep in mind, I do have Ancients, they're here for the unsteady, not really for the damage. And 1 egg up, and oh, I didn't see this one coming. That is a bit annoying, but the Carry Rangers should be able to deal with him. Unfortunately, this guy will lower my Carry Rangers morale as well, and I can't put my Ancient in over there as well. It is okay, it's not really ideal. Look at the enemy AI being smart, putting the enemies, their armies where they need to be. Surprisingly so, efficient and whatnot, but the battle is still going in my favor. I think there's little doubt about that. I just have the crushing numbers advantage and a superior army composition, no matter how you look at this. Those Anko Wings are scary, but even they cannot compete with my immortal Drakken lengths and fearsome arrows. And also fireballs, because fireballs are awesome. So, where is the egg? Is the egg dead? I do believe that the egg is dead. I cannot see it anywhere. It is a bit of a cluster over here, I admit, but I think the egg is completely destroyed. No need to focus on healing. Instead, let's focus on killing, because I like that more. Now, my dear Ancients, you do need to focus on this Anko Wing, because he's rather annoying, is he not? You moved over this town. You moved over this town and also attack. That's another Carry Ranger. He's got a lot of range, so I can move him like so. You walk to here and attack. You walk to here and attack. Now this Hammonite will be a tough cookie to crumble, I'll openly admit it. So let's try and gang up on him as much as possible. Like this, actually, let's do it like so. That should be nice and easy. This militia can stay here for all I care for now. In fact, I will hit him with the Kazanji. Looks like all my units have their order queued up. I think so. No, wait, this orc does not. I don't really have a place to put him though, honestly. Let's move him over there, I guess, and start firing at the Hammonite, so I have somebody firing at the Hammonite, because this Anko Wing will surely die. As for you, dear sir, you also help firing at the Hammonite, I guess. You do have free range, so 1, 2, 3, yeah, he is in range, he should be fine. Let's finish the targeting phase and starting the damage. Look at the morale, maximum morale for the win, baby. Those guys will never know what hit them. Remember guys, in a combat, army composition and army stats are all important and nice, but the most important thing, which a lot of people I noticed underestimate heavily, is the morale, because it gives you just so many benefits and bonuses. I've seen people with inferior army dominate people with superior armies just purely because of morale. It cannot be ignored, it cannot be underestimated. And this is what makes the Ancients just so very useful, despite the fact that they have their stats so ridiculously low, and despite the fact that they seem useless, they can increase your army bonuses by so much. This is also why Kazanji are so very useful, because they lower the enemy morale, and when you use Kazanji against enemy ranged units, it's beautiful, because you lower the enemy morale by 2, one from Kazanji being next to a ranged unit, so that's extra bonus right there, really amazing. But as you can see, enemy city is being absolutely pummeled to death. There's nothing they can do now to save themselves. And yeah, there's nothing that I can do to mess this up now. I'll just let it auto-battle. No more targeting required. The enemy is dead. And I'm happy I went into manual. I feel a little more confident about myself. Of course, it was my strategic planning that allowed me to win this battle in tactical mode. But nevertheless, it's just look at this beautiful, beautiful board. You know what? I feel confident. I might actually just go ahead and start declaring a battle on the enemy army that is reinforcing their formal capital now. Because look at this army of mine, it is so beautiful. Get wrecked, AI! Perisk is mine! That is a crushing defeat. And it is one of many, I assure you. Not sure why this screen popped out. I clicked something and it happened. But anyway, this screen is now up. I can start retrofitting my armies, which I'll need to do at some point. How much movement do you have? Not now, but you have 4 usually. So you can move like what? This is forest. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you cannot get to anywhere right now, dear sir. You cannot. But I can start preparing my armies to be in the battle formations. So let's prepare to walk out and move out once again. Into Molnar we go. To boldly go where no man has gone before. I'm sorry, I had to. No, seriously though, those guys are not gonna have a very good day. Remember this chart that said military-wise the enemy is inferior, superior? I mean, okay, I should stop bragging because honestly I defeated a very, very small garrison. But it just felt so good. It really did. Alrighty then. You just stop starving to death if you at all can. And give me more dust, I guess, purely because you're currently... Oh no, you're not actually a nuisance to my dust. You still give me more dust than you... 60 foot per 10. Yes! Give me that. Give me all of that. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's queue up the... Actually, I can queue things up off camera. This is not something that interests you all that much. Let's have a quick browse at what the enemy has in here. Palladian. Oh, they have Palladian resource. That's beautiful. I love it. They have medical care. That's actually useful. I do have some damage units. I will not stop in here to admire it though. Aura of Empire. Oh yeah, that is nice as well. Anything that I want to scrap? No. And everything over here is useful. I like it. Plenty of watchtowers, but watchtowers don't really cost me anything. And I do like the sight radius. So I think that's it. I like finishing 10s. I mean finishing recording after I'm done with the 10. So I will queue up some research. Research wise, what do I need and or want? Right now, I'm 1 research away from era 4. So let's think about it. What is kinda crucial to me right now? I don't care about wyverns. Getting access to those luxuries is really not important. All of those things are worthless. Things in era 2. Also, the only thing that is tempting is aquacultural science because of how many rivers I have. So I might go for that. Alternatively, I can go for Plant Factory. It does take Palladian, and Palladian I'll have very little very soon. So I'm not too keen on that. Caravanserai and Lookout Towers, nah, I'm not a very big fan of those, in all honesty. Extra Science is... Extra Science is nice as well, but not that important. I think I will gain the extra food from rivers and gain access to Era 4 this way. Still, things were really okay, and in Paris I'll start production of empowerment into apprenticeship registry. I do think it's a good idea. And you walk like this. I really do want to have a lot of people I influence though. Because look at this, 6 influence per pop. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. Any units I need to move out? Well, there is an orc over there, ready for action, so let's start merging him with the main armies, shall we? Expensive is ready for construction, so you start working on apprenticeship registry. It's about time you do something of the sort, and then I guess I can go for Dust Refinery, there's no reason not to now. Godfather is walking just nice, and I don't believe there's anything else I need to do. Yeah, no more units wait for transfer, no more structures need to be erect, no more planning needs to happen. Enemy is just gonna get wrecked. Let's end the 10. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. Before we... Oh, those guys are getting scared. I do want to see though if military graph has changed at all. Nope, it hasn't. It was worth to take a peek though. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.